Age gap deal breaker, screenshots attached. Okay. J-Train, big fan. Huge supporter of all things Jared. I had a chance to see you in Austin, went solo, and had the best time of my life. Well, thank you. Feather, feather. I recently moved back to Austin. I'm a single 31-year-old woman with a job that fulfills me both professionally and financially. I take my dog out on walks twice a day, and during my walks, I'd often see this gentleman walking his pups at the same time I would walk mine. I was immediately attracted to him, but I didn't know his story. Fast forward, I recently moved to 3 weeks ago. I was out of town for a week, and when I got back, we talked about how we hadn't seen each other, When I got back, we talked about how he hadn't seen me or my dog, but he didn't have a way to check on me. I suggested that we exchange numbers, and we did. Started at texting every day, exchanging photos, etc. On Halloween, he invited me over to his house to pass out candy. I loved the idea. I went over, and his oldest son was home. The three of us were hanging out and giving out candy and talking. The oldest son is older, 23. It was lovely. He drove me home because it was dark and cold, even though I live 0.3 miles away. I invited him to come up, and he stayed for a bit. We talked. He told me about his divorce, kids, and dating history in general. We walk together when we see each other out on walks every day, and I suggested that we should hang out more often outside our daily walks. He agreed. Came over on a Tuesday. We watched a movie, cuddled on the couch, and I initiated a makeout. It was great. So what's the problem? I feel like he's pulling away, and I think my age is an issue that he is putting between us. He's 46. I'm 31. I have always dated older. I have been single for a while, and I have used my time to grow as a person and be the best version of myself for whatever I have a chance to meet a guy as wonderful as him. I don't think I'm romanticizing the idea of being with him, but I do see him as someone whom could be a great partner for me. We have a lot in common, but I think he is using his age as a reason or excuse to not give me a chance. So here's my question. Should I just walk away and be courteous when I see him out on walks? Should I shoot my shot one more time, or should I just take the L and be grateful that I had a chance to meet my neighbor and realize that I can be giddy and enthused about a new beginning after feeling so broken for not being able to be attracted or interested in other men? I'm a little discouraged about this situation, although I'm sure he is not perfect. I really see a potential for a wonderful future with him, but what I'm not going to do is beg someone to see my value. Although he barely knows me now, I feel like he should at least be trying to get to know me for who I am instead of crossing me out just because I'm 15 years younger. Papa J, what says you? I've attached a couple screenshots and photos of us. Okay, so let's look at the screenshots. We'll read through these and see if we can find what's going on here. Pat, you want to be her? I'll be him.
Okay, she in blue?
She's in blue. I'll read the gray. Okay. This is the first one number one after Halloween night. Walking back from the gym now, I felt bad realizing what time it was when I left last night. I was really caught off guard as you commented on me being attractive. I mean, you're seriously beautiful and a badass, and you saying this left me dumbfounded. Okay, thank you. You have an awesome day as well.
Wait, why did you feel bad? It wasn't even that late, and even you could already tell the difference in age. It wasn't even that late, and he said it was really late. It wasn't.
He's like, I gotta get home from my stories. Yeah.
I gotta go home to watch the news. It wasn't even that late, and even if it was, we were already home. And thank you, but you can't seriously tell me that you didn't have the slightest idea that I was attracted to you or interested in you. I knew you were someone I wanted to meet when I'd see you out on walks. Wait, why did you? Okay, that's it. I see you on walks.
Go to the next one.
But you can't seriously tell me that you didn't have that slightest idea that I was attracted to you or interested in you. I knew you were someone I wanted to meet when I saw you out on walks, but the chance never really came up. But now that I finally had the pleasure of meeting you, even more excited to get to know you more.
Okay, then he responds with a picture of some sort. So we'll go to number 3. She's setting different conversations to have. Number 3, saw him as he was walking home from the gym. So he writes, holy crap, those were butterflies I felt seeing you come around the corner this morning. What the heck are you doing to Mr. Picky Pants? LOL. Mr. Picky Pants. Trying to maintain composure here, clenched teeth emoji. I have to go into the office for a 1 o'clock meeting briefly, then head back. We can watch something tonight or even grab food at a place like Foxhole if you preferred.
So now you know how I felt every time I saw you out and about before I met you. Ha ha ha. Honestly, as an extremely picky person myself, I get it, but it's kind of exciting to finally meet someone who just kind of. I really enjoyed your company last night. I know you have many options. Oh,
so this is number 4. So now number 4 is a day after a makeout. So let's read this one.
I really enjoyed your company last night, Adam. I know you have many options, like 30 hinge matches or so. So I'm glad I got to spend time with you.
A tough day. It will mean tomorrow will be even better. And LOL, I don't have matches. Those were new likes, which I marked them all no today, by the way. Clenched teeth emoji. I enjoyed last night, too. You're really an amazing and beautiful woman. I mean, seriously dreamy, smiley face. I really hope I'm not being a creepy old dude here, LOL. Okay. Let's go. So let's go to number 6, and this is her response to creepy old dude.
I really enjoyed your company last night, Adam. I know you have my many options. Oh, okay.
Number 6. She sent it twice.
Okay. Okay. First of all, you're not old. Are you older than me? A few years maybe, but not old. And honestly, I can already tell you, and I are a better match. I am a better match than any dude. You are a better match than any dude my age I've met. I hope you don't hold my age against me, us. That's the one thing I have no control over. The year I was born. LOL.
And then he writes, smiley face, no, it's my age I'm holding against me, LOL. I've seen stories of age gaps and someone getting old on the other person. They either had to slow way down for them or they bailed. I don't plan to be slowing down, but at some point I suppose we all will. Okay, the bed and Netflix calls, ha ha. Okay, so go to number 7. This is her response to that.
Well, it's too premature for me to try to convince you that I'm not worried about that, but I guess time will tell. For all we know, 3 months from now, you'll be like, nah, thanks. Okay, enjoy Netflix and the puppy cuddles. See you soon, hopefully.
Okay. And let's do the last text. And then he writes, thank you, heart, good night, hug emoji. And let's do the last, number 8.
And no pressure at all, by the way. Ha ha ha. It's totally fine. You don't feel the same way. It's just so refreshing to meet someone so awesome in the most organic way possible without the assistance of the apps for once. LOL.
Hell yes.
Everybody's beating up the apps today.
Right? Hell yes. I'd be crazy if I didn't find you to be exactly what you are. Smart, funny, sweet, beautiful, with awesome priorities and interests, from dogs, health to savings. And yes, it's really nice to happen to meet such a bright light in a completely unexpected time while just going about daily life. Okay. She sends a picture of herself and him. They're fine looking. They're good looking, both of them. I don't think their pictures matter. Now, Pat, what do you think of this situation? It's like they're writing sonnets to each other. Like, this is like a lot.
You said sonnets.
Right? Doesn't it feel like it's just too much? Like, I mean, she wrote a few. First of all, I think the age thing is not a thing. He's making it a thing. He's busting his own chops, but he's also, to me, he's more pulling moves than maybe she wants to believe. He's not such a... This is kind of a wolf in sheep's clothing a little bit to me. When you say I have 30 when you know the amount of matches he has on a dating app, that is him letting you know he is out there, that he's seeing other people, that he's pursuing other people. I think she's caught up on this like really nice guy who calls himself Mr. Picky Pants, and he's on the and he's like, this is still a dude. Like, and let me just tell you, 46-year-old men don't think they're old. I'm just telling you that right now. They don't think they're old. They don't think they're too old. They don't think they've slowed down. They think they're 25. And I remember one time I looked at my dad once and I was like, I called him old and he was like, old. And I was like, you're my fucking dad. You're old. Like, you know, like. So I think he's playing a little possum here. I think it's a little bit of an act. It's a little too, when he says you're the light at the end of the tunnel, that's all nice things. But I think there's a point where it's like, if the texts are still to people writing their own novel, you're not really getting to know one another. Like, I don't think you know this guy as well as maybe you feel you know him. And I think it's not over yet. Like, I would say to her, you got to let him know, like, hey, I want to date. Like, all this, you know, I don't want to go to your house. I don't want to cuddle on the couch. Like, because you guys met in such a, like, the dog walking and you went over for Halloween, it's become almost romantic on text and casual in person. Does it feel that way?
I felt like the feeling I got about it, he's hesitant, but he might be throwing the old card out there to block her or slow her down. Because, I mean, he could have a lot of issues because I definitely think, you know, men dating older is maybe not as big a deal for men, but I think some men have maybe he has more standards in terms of what he wants in a woman. And also lives fairly close to his house. So if he got into anything with her, she's somebody he's seeing right around the corner and can see every day. So maybe he's like, let me think about this a little bit. I think
you're right. Well, I think that's a very good point, is he knows she wants things to move. Right. And I think the languaging of everything he's doing and the way he's playing is to slow it down. Mm-hmm. Like when especially when you tell someone, when someone has the knowledge that you have 30 likes or matches on a dating app, that is you telling them I am out there. So right. That's a guard. That's a stiff arm of sorts, where he's like, okay, cool. And so she's noticing. It feels like he's pacing her out because he knows he's 46. He know the difference in age is he knows what she wants. What he knows generally, and I'm not speaking for everybody, but 31-year-old women want to meet a guy, want to get married, want to have a honeymoon, want to have kids. And he's playing the numbers here. And
if you saw his picture, he's a very built guy, so he's doing his nutrigenics, and she'll like it too. But I think it's like maybe I don't know his situation at all. He could just gotten out of a relationship, but I think those 30 matches are possibly 30 women that I could sleep with no problem, and I don't have to see on my walks every day.
I mean, that's the best point of it all. Like, you offer, this person offers a different walk route, which is changing your life. Exactly. You have built-in consequences. I think, you've met his kid, you've been over the house, you know where he lives. There's consequences in all of these things, and keeping this as slow to this emailer, the age isn't the thing. The thing is your age. The age isn't the thing, but it is the thing, but it's not in the way you think it's the thing. It's not him being like, I can't see a future together. It's that he sees a future together.
He knows exactly what you want, and he might not be ready for that at this moment, or he's not ready to get into it this moment because he's not for real about if you're that person, and maybe that's why he's slowing it down. Let me just see who you are a little bit more before, because it's going to be a thing. It's going to be commitment. You're my neighbor. You're my dog. It's a lot of things.
And also, in addition to what you just said, what she should do is she wrote a whole email where she was like, I don't want to at the end of her email, she was doing a lot of pumping herself up. The only thing you should be asking for is a date. Is that all you want to do is get to know them? And I think the dog stuff isn't getting to know one another. You've done dog walks. Let's do dinner out. Let's do, I think we go away from the home dates where it's the same thing every time. Let's start, seeing him at his word. Hey, you think I'm the light at the end of the tunnel? Yeah, I'd like to, why don't you shine that light on a Olive Garden every now and again?
Right. And then, right. And I agree with this point too. And I didn't think about it until you mentioned it. Taking him and her out of the domesticity of their relationship, off that block, into something like, let's see something like, let's go dancing, let's go out. I want to see you in a place outside of a home life situation, because that's what you're reminding me of. If I'm him, like, yeah, I'm sitting watching Netflix with you. It feels like, what I would do with my wife. Like, let me get you out and see the fun side of you. Let me do something.
It's too comfy.
Yeah, it's too comfy. Absolutely.
Don't forget to like the video you just watched. I have many more. Subscribe to the channel right now. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, you fool. There's even a bell you can click to. Now you've got your week set, Monday through Friday. I'm here for you.